Why would you settle for this when you can have this? Hey friends, what's going on? Grillfather Johnny L here, and today I'm going to show you how to upgrade your smokestack without using any tools or doing any modifications at all to your smoker, and at very little cost. Stay tuned, I'll be right back.
We are live from my backyard where I am smoking these meat like a brisket. I'm making meat now. Someone asked me, do I smoke meat? That's gonna be delicious. Yeah, if I smoke meat, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Welcome back. We're talking smokestacks today, and some people might call it a chimney or an exhaust pipe. You can call it whatever you like. I call it a smokestack. And the first question that I want to address here today is, why do this at all? Why make your smokestack bigger? Well, first of all, it will allow the smoke to exit at a higher height than what the smokestack is with the rain cap, which is about right here. And that's the original setup. So that means that it's less likely, the smoke is less likely to get in your face and get in your eyes when you're actually out here cooking or maintaining the smoker or doing whatever you're doing around here. And then secondly, and what I think is the most important reason, is it looks way cooler than the original setup. I mean, what's a smoker without a tall smokestack? And I have seen some newer model pellet smokers, pellet grills coming out, and they don't have a smokestack at all. And it just looks a little odd. They look like a regular grill. And I think a smoker needs to have that smokestack to really differentiate itself. So I got everything that I needed from Home Depot, and I'll show you what the total price is. And 4 items, and I'll take this apart here and just show you them. And the first is the vent pipe, and it is 24 inches long and 4.5 inches wide. And then I have a sleeve underneath here, and what this sleeve does is it helps keep the vent pipe snug in here. Without this, the pipe will tend to move around. It's not going to fall off or anything, but this just adds a little extra tightness to holding it in place. The third item is the rain cap here on top. And finally, it's all topped off with a coat of Rust-Oleum high heat paint. So the vent pipe was $19. The sleeve inside was $5.50. The rain cap was $19. And the can of paint was $11.50. So all that you can get for a total of less than $60, $55 to be exact. Depending on when you're watching this video, it might be a little more at that point. So here's a picture of what these 4 items look like in the store. I just put them up side by side on one of their counters, and you can see what it looks like before I actually painted it. Now, the paint, as I said, is a high heat paint. And some people may tell you that you need to, before painting it, you need to use some steel wool or a primer on it. You can, that's up to you. I didn't do it, and it's held up very well. No issues with the paint. And overall, this whole setup only weighs a little more than 3 pounds. And as I showed you earlier, it's easily removable. When I'm done using it, I take it off, store it underneath, and I put the rain cap back on, and then that allows me to put the cover back on. There's no way you're getting a cover on this smoker if you leave this on, or if you somehow screw it in and make it permanent. So my recommendation is, if you are planning to use a cover, which I always recommend if your smoker is going to have any kind of contact with the elements, if you're going to use a cover, don't bolt it in, don't make it permanent. So I wanted to address now a couple of concerns with this setup. And the first is that some might think that the fan will have to work harder to push the smoke out. Well, The pipe here is only 16 inches taller than what the chimney or the smokestack would be with the original setup with the rain cap on here. So it's only 16 inches taller. I've had no issues with the fan, or I've had no issues at all with performance of the smoker. Now, if you got the 5-foot version pipe, maybe then you have a point that the fan might be working extra hard to push all of that air and smoke out because it's taller. But I don't see any concerns with this setup and the fan having to work harder. And the second issue is that these parts are galvanized steel, and galvanized steel, when it gets heated up, it supposedly releases toxic and poisonous fumes when heated. And I can tell you this, I've been using this setup for several years, and neither I or anyone else around has ever gotten sick. And the smoke is going out away from the food. So when the smoke does come up through the galvanized steel pipe, it is not blowing back in there and somehow attaching to the food. It's moving out and out in to the air. So I look at it this way. We breathe air that's polluted. We drink water that oftentimes has contaminants in it. And we eat food that's riddled with pesticides and chemicals and preservatives with names that we can't even pronounce. So, based on all of that, I have zero concerns when it comes to health issues and doing this kind of setup. Now, there are some pellet pipes out there that you're going to pay that are similar to this. You're going to pay a lot more for them. You more than likely are going to have to order them online, and you don't know if they're going to fit, and they might not have a rain cap to go with it. This particular setup is with my Pit Boss, so I can tell you that it does fit a Pit Boss. My guess is it will fit the exhaust pipe underneath here on most pellet grills. If you go the pellet pipe route, again, it's going to cost you a lot more. You don't know if it's going to fit, and I don't know that there's even a rain cap available for the top if you choose to have a rain cap. There you have it. Minimal cost, no tools needed, no changes or modifications to your smoker. I encourage you, give it a try. I think you'll be happy, and I think others will like it too. And there's no doubt that it looks way cooler than the original smokestack that came with the smoker. Hey everyone, thanks for watching today. Really appreciate it. Hope you found this video useful and helpful. Would you do me the favor of hitting the like and subscribe button? Don't forget to hit that notification bell also, so that you get notified when new videos of mine come out. And also share this video with a family member or friend. Until next time, this is Grill Father Johnny L signing off. Take care, God bless, and smoke on.